Welcome to the show, everyone. I can't wait to talk about something that could just make you pee in your pants. Actually, it was going to stop you from peeing in your pants. I'm going to go right in with my networking right away. I usually start off the show, but I thought I was trying to think of something fun to say, and I came out with that. So I want to say hi to everybody out there. We are on Facebook Live, so I want to say hi. Like us and follow us. We will share the show later on. My first guest is Bettina Ferrara, and she is the assistant to Tina French, who's the owner of Juv. We talk about people peeing in their pants, and we love to talk about it and how you can help people from not having to have that happen all the time anymore.
That's why we love to talk about it, because we can stop it from happening. We can stop the $800 billion a year adult protection industry from making money, because we have a fantastic way to stop incontinence issues.
Now, I want to talk a little bit about what makes them different, because, there's so much out there of people that are getting right left at them, whether it's on television commercials, on things that you see in the print ads and everything, there are things out there, but they are not FDA approved.
Right.
There's things that have obviously side effects, but also that you don't get to put through your insurance. And I think that's what makes you so different right there. I want you to talk about what you have, and how you can now take everybody's insurance, which is really neat.
So we have a chair. You simply sit on it. It does 11,200 Kegel exercises for you in 28 minutes. Try to do that, Carol. I know
I can't.
And when it does this, it strengthens the pelvic floor muscle. The pelvic floor muscle, everything sits on it. Your bladder, prostate, if you have one, everything sits on this muscle. And over time, it gets weak. And we don't do anything in normal life to strengthen this muscle. Even if you've had, and a lot of times men who've had prostate issues, their doctors will tell them to do Kegels. But to do that many Kegels in 20,
I didn't even know a man could do that.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely. So what we offer is our chair is non-invasive. You simply sit on it fully clothed. It does all the work for you. You can be on your phone. You can be reading a magazine or a book. It is not painful. It's very simple. It's completely non-invasive, and it strengthens your pelvic floor, lifts everything back up, and helps with bladder issues. It stops you from having to wake up in the middle of the night a bunch of times to use the restroom. It stops you from having to have urgency or frequency issues. It stops stress incontinence when you laugh, cough, or sneeze and you urinate. It gives you your life back. It's super simple, covered by insurance, and because it's such an unusual thing, Carol, it's very difficult for me to explain it on the radio. We give a complimentary session to everyone. And when I say complimentary session, you don't come in and we just sit there and talk to you. You come in, you see the machine, you sit on the machine, you get a full treatment. Then if you decide you want to pursue it, which honestly nobody ever says they don't, then we take your insurance information and get you covered.
They're the only ones
I know
that are going to do those two things for you, which is one, take your insurance, and also give you a complimentary 28-minute session that you're going to they want you to come in. They want you to try it and see it and feel it on your own. And you know what? They have several locations throughout the valley. Call them. Their phone number is 480-593 5400. The website is stopthepee.com. And we do, sometimes when we talk like this, so many people have this issue. There isn't anybody that when you come into this studio, even when you're here, of all the other people say, oh my God, I have that, or my mother has that, or men, you have it too.
Absolutely, men have it.
Everybody.
We get older, and this is a muscle. You don't go to the gym and see this is a machine to work out your pelvic floor. There is no machines like that, but this does it for you. You just simply sit on it. It does all the work. You can, honestly, so many people will read a book, read a magazine, play on their phone, whatever. Well, it does all the work for you. 11,200 Kegel exercises in 28 minutes.
Now, that sounds like it would hurt.
No,
it doesn't hurt.
Not at all. It does not hurt at all. That's why we do the complimentary session. That's why we invite you to call us. We invite you to go to our website. We invite you to come into one of our locations. We have 8 throughout the valley, and try it yourself. Seeing is believing, Carol.
Feeling. And they say it's the BTE best thing ever. And it really is, because it's going to change your life.
Right.
Can you imagine being able to sleep through the night?
Exactly.
Can you imagine not having to spend the money on adult protection?
Exactly.
Can you imagine what it would feel like to be able to, maybe if you stop having to have your water, let's say, a couple hours before you gotta go
all
to
that
bed.
stuff. People get so paranoid they don't want to go to a movie because they're afraid they're going to have to get up, or they take a road trip and they have to stop at every single restroom on the way there. All the rest stops. I've seen my own eyes. I've seen people come into and I was a patient. So I've seen, everyone that works at VG was a patient. So we all were patients, had the problem, and then went and solved it with the treatment. And now we cheerlead and work at the company.
Right, because you know it works.
I know it works.
That number to call and direct, it's 480-593-5400. The website is stopthep.com. They are the absolute only ones that are going to not only take your insurance, which nobody does, they're going to offer you a complimentary 28-minute session. They want you to go in there. They want you to try it. They want you to feel it. They want you to see how great it is, because everybody usually says yes, and then guess what? You're going to become a cheerleader of the chair as well.
Absolutely.
And we know that the chair is in other places. We know it, but there's a reason why it's completely different. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm so glad you brought that up. The reason why is because there are places that you can charge people to sit on this chair, and you can charge $300, $400. I know somebody that paid $600. It's ridiculous. We obviously don't work that way. We are not a big medical office where you're going to walk in and see somebody in a white coat. We are there just to try to help as many people as we can. It's a very relaxing environment. Very, very relaxing.
Tell the story. There's a reason why Tina, who's the owner, listen up everybody, because she had a problem big time.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Tina French, the owner of the company, the founder, she had a problem so bad that she could not, she was only in her 50s and she couldn't leave her house because her incontinence problem was so bad. She was wearing Depends. It was a horrible situation. She had a large tumor in her uterus that caused weight on on her pelvic floor. And even once that tumor was removed, the muscle was shot. It was very weak. So she had such a bad problem. She had to not leave her house at all. She was very depressed. She was wearing Depends, and she just wanted to look for some
alternative. That wasn't her style.
No,
and a lot of people, if you knew her, understand why.
Right.
There are a lot of people out there that's not what they want.
Nobody wants that. That's the number one reason people go into nursing homes is for incontinence. That's sad. It doesn't have to be that way. So she started to research different ways to help her incontinence. Now, there's things out there. There's the bladder sling surgery. Unfortunately, this surgery does not last.
And it's not FDA approved anymore.
No, it's not. There is Botox in the bladder.
Ooey, owie,
which, not only that can cause urinary tract infections. And then, of course, there's medication, which causes all kinds of side effects, including Alzheimer's. So here's the thing. She sought those out, and she was like, no, that's not for me. And then she found the chair. She bought it with her own retirement money, Carol, put it in her living room, and cured her problem.
She was the first one in Arizona to have it, and the first one, nobody would ever do something like that, sitting on her chair, getting rid of her problem. And you know what happened? You said you met her.
That's how I met her, yeah. Because she would, at that time, she was just trying to help as many people as she can. So her ex-husband has a chiropractic office in downtown Phoenix, and she would basically give people, have people come in on the weekends when he wasn't open and try it. And that's when I met her.
And you know what? You said it's helped you, and you had this problem with incontinence.
Stress incontinence very badly.
And you don't have to do this anymore, because guess what? You can change your life, and all you have to do is give them a call, and they're going to give you a complimentary 28-minute session. They're the only ones who are going to do that for you. They're the only ones that take insurance, and this is what makes them different right there. You have no excuse anymore.
Right.
You don't want to have to pee in your pants anymore? You don't have to. All you have to do is call them. Their phone number is 480-593-5400. They have 8 locations throughout the valley to serve you. And you know what? Both men and women, we know you all have this problem. We know you don't want to have it anymore. So give them a call. It's the best thing ever. It's 480-593-5400. Check them out. It's stopthep.com. Now, we're still live in the room, but...
Okay, you want to look at some dates?
Yes. If you can, because you're already on several times, that
okay. I think it's because I'm out of town for a week in April.
Are you?
So we might just run it.
The replay? Well, that might be a really good one to do, but I have to tell you, April 1st, if you can, it happens to be April Fool's Day, which would be a fun one to do, but
sure.
I have you right now on the 3rd. Now, if you're okay with being on it
the 1st instead?
Either I can move you, okay, or I can play you but not at 1. this woman asked to be at 1
Okay.
and needed that day,
Okay.
I could either move you to the 1:45 or move you to the 1 o'clock on the 1st, which would be kind of fun if you're around.
That's fine. Yeah. No, I'm around.
Or we can also do the 4th. I have that day too.
I'm available either. I'm available either the other day, 1st and the 4th, either one.
Well, the 4th, you want to do the 4th?
Well, I'm doing a 30-minute with you on the 11th.
On the 11th. So you want to do the 1st? It's up to you.
No, it doesn't matter to me.
It doesn't matter to me either. Which
All right.
one do you want?
Let's do the 4th.
Okay, because just in case you go away or something.
I know,
like that.
right? It is Easter.
Might be fun. Okay, so I'm going to move you.
So
Thank you.
we're doing the 4th.
Yes, you said the 4th?
Yes. Not the 1st, the 4th.
Okay, so I'm going to move you to here.
Okay, so there's the 4th. Is there anything else?
No, you told me about I'll have to get that website from you another time. I'm not worried about it. I just wanted to get it.
Oh,
Yeah, I want to,
I just had to look at my orders.
yeah, that's all. No big deal. But I want to get the same one. you
I know.
That's all. Because they're fun. Thank you, by the way. Are we doing okay today? I feel
Yeah,
like
everything's
I'm,
great. That show was good.
Yeah, and I asked
Guess
the
it took
guy.
me a while to find it because it was late.
Don't worry about it now. I asked the guy, did you take my poster? He goes, yeah, so I can look at your face. I'm like,
Oh, strange. Where's he putting that thing?
oh my God! Weird, huh?
I think if I look it up, it'll tell me.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, no, I'll
You
find
do
it.
another time. I just would like the same, that's all. I'll send you a text.
Yeah, send me a text to remind me, and that way I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do that. Send me a text to remind me.
Welcome back, everyone. You know, how many people are driving right now in their car and they got to go to the bathroom?
Yeah,
Oh
probably.
my God, a lot of people
Yeah.
probably have to go to the bathroom and thinking, oh my God, I'm not going to make it. You know, I know there are people out there that literally have it where it just comes on really fast.
Yes, that's the
Right?
urgency. Yeah.
Urgency,
Uh-huh.
oh my gosh, and they don't know where they're going to go, and they don't think they're going to make it, and sometimes they don't.
They don't, exactly.
And that's
It's
really
embarrassing.
sad, very embarrassing. You know what? That doesn't have to happen anymore. You now have, we talked a little bit about this before, we were talking before the break, is that, you know, there's this chair.
Mm-hmm.
We know that other people have it,
Right.
but what they don't do that you do is that, number one, that you only focus on people with this issue.
Right.
This is the thing.
Right.
And that when they come in, that you are going to take their insurance. You are going to be the only ones that are going to do that, and the only ones that are going to offer them a complimentary full treatment.
Right.
Full treatment, 28-minute session. And you say sometimes people actually see a little bit of a difference the first time.
Absolutely. I've definitely had lots of people tell me they've noticed difference the first time. You want to do it at least 6 times, perhaps more, depending on your severity. Somebody that's wearing a poise pad versus somebody that's wearing a full depend is probably going to need a little bit more treatment. But the treatment's easy. It takes 20 minutes out of your life. You come into one of our 8 locations. They're all over the valley. They're very conveniently located. And you just walk in. You don't wait. There's no wait. You just walk in. You come in. You check in. You go sit on the chair. You leave. Make your next appointment. Go. It's very simple. Very simple. We take Medicare, and Medicare supplements are completely covered.
Wow.
I know. A lot of the Advantage plans as well, plus other insurances. It's just there's no reason to continue
And
to live your
access.
life with this.
I know that
Oh,
you've
yeah.
even taken access too.
Yeah.
So I mean, really, people, you do not have an excuse anymore.
Right.
And when you see some of these other things, or if you really think it's too good to be true, come in and try
Well,
it.
that's the whole thing.
What
That's
they
what,
want.
what
you
that's
to
what we want to do. This is a medical grade machine, so this is not something you're going to find on the internet, to help you do keep. I mean, they're out there, those Kalo machines, and this is not the same. And this also helps men who have had prostate cancer. Men who have had their prostate removed, their bladder at that point is sitting on this pelvic floor. And by strengthening that, it helps them. They find themselves having more confidence, not having to use the restroom as much, not leaking. There's a lot of leaking going on sometimes with prostate issues. So it's very important that men realize that there's something out there for them too. And, women, we talk about it. I mean, I'll tell you.
I just peed in my pants.
I'm laughing really hard, and not anymore, but that's, what happened.
Right.
Or ladies will say, like, oh, I have to cross my legs real tight. Okay, well, first of all, you don't anymore. You can sit on the chair and end that. But men don't talk about it. It's not something that they bring up. So I just want to reach out to the men that are out there that have this issue and let them know they're not alone. And we certainly see many, many men in our offices, and we would like to help you.
You've even had couples go in.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of times when you get older, your significant
we have quite a few couples, actually, yeah.
Because, you're in the same boat, right?
Well, yeah, and again, it's like strengthening a muscle. There is nothing wrong with, you could be in
It's safe, it's effective,
yes,
it's FDA approved.
All that. You could be in your 30s, you could be in your 90s. It doesn't matter. We have patients on all that span because basically strengthening your pelvic floor is just like any other muscle in your body. It's going to make you stronger. It's going to make you have more control.
Yeah, think of it. If you had done this earlier,
right?
A lot of people, when a lot of women, especially when they've had children, this is a big problem that happens to them. If you had started earlier, you wouldn't have that problem.
But the technology wasn't there. Mm-hmm. The technology wasn't there.
But now it is.
And
now it is for you all out there to get not only a complimentary full 28-minute session that nobody else is going to give you, you're also good. It's covered by insurance, so it just makes sense.
Right.
This really just makes sense.
Yes.
To give them a call, have them talk to you, and come on in. They got 8 locations throughout the valley. They made it really super simple for everybody. Their phone number to call, it's 480-593-5400. The website is stopthep.com. And that's something that I want to talk a little bit about is, did you ever in your life think that you would learn so much about different pads?
No, I didn't. I really didn't. And I'm so thankful that, a friend of mine knew I had the problem, and she's the one that we do a lot of word of mouth, because like I said, people will maybe tell somebody they're close to, and
when something works and it's great, you're going to tell everybody,
right? And then we even have people that bring their parents in, and then the children will do it too. It's just for everybody. It's for
what I love is that a lot of people, when they call me and they say, "Oh, I love your show," whatever they say, and oh my God, I'm going to call the Stop the P. Stop the P. Is that Stop the P?
We have people call and they say, "Is this stopthep.com?" Yes.
So funny, right?
Yeah.
But that's what you want. Don't you want to stop that P?
Right. You do. You absolutely want to stop that P.
Again, let's talk about how it is FDA approved.
FDA approved. It's a very simple, non-invasive treatment. It uses electromagnetic therapy to strengthen the pelvis. The only thing you can't have to do it is a pacemaker.
Okay.
Now, if you have a pacemaker that you can turn off, then you're okay. But if you have, which they actually have now.
Oh, okay.
I know, right? I know. I'm not sure how that all works, but yeah. But we.
Excuse me. Let me just turn this off.
It must be a certain.
I got to stop the P.
Yeah.
Which kidding?
So it's just the technology of it is relatively new. It's been around for a few years. And it's really just a neat way to deal with an issue that 95% of the population has incontinence issues.
It's
at some point in their
effective,
life.
it's safe, and it works. The other thing that I want to talk about is how you are every single person that works at their offices are all ex-patients of the chairs. They're all cheerleaders of the chair. I happen to know somebody also works there recently.
Yes, you do. Yes.
So, yes, they are all ex-patients. So let's talk about that too.
Well, it's because once it helps you want to share it with as many people as you can. I mean, that's what ends up happening. Like I said, it's a lot of word of mouth. We do get a lot of listeners from your show as well. So it's just people talking about it. It's just people going like, hey, you know what? You don't have to. I wish I could go up to people at Target or Walmart that have adult protection in their carts and just hand them my card. But I don't want to embarrass anybody. But I would love to do that because it is like I said earlier in the show, it is an $800 billion a year industry. They do not like us. Let's put it that way.
And you know what, though? You don't have to do this. This is something that can help you, and it is non-invasive. It is something that when if you're taking medication, there's a lot of side effects to that. I don't know anybody that would ever want to do Botox down there. I can't even imagine the thought of
that too,
right?
Yeah.
And of course, surgery also. A lot of people, listen, I'm going to have surgery and I'm going to go do that, but it doesn't last. And it's not FDA approved anymore.
Right, and it's expensive. Why do any of that stuff? Why not just come try our non-invasive, very simple treatment
covered by insurance? I mean,
there's no reason not to do it.
They're the only ones that are going to offer you a complimentary full 28-minute session. You go in there, it's pretty simple. You just walk in there, you're fully clothed. That's another thing, and then you just sit sit there on your phone, reading a magazine or a book or whatever you want.
Let the chair do its
28
work.
minutes, it does not hurt at all. And the reason why they want you to come in and have that 28-minute session is because feeling, seeing is believing.
That's 100% true. It's very difficult to explain how it works, and so we do free consultations all the time. And often people ask us, is it a consultation or is it treatment? No, it's not. We're not going to sit there and talk to you. You're going to sit on the chair and get
It's
the treatment.
a treatment. It's a full treatment. Again, that phone number to call, it's 480-593-5400. The website is stopthep.com. Is it different when you sit on the chair for a man and a woman? I mean, because, one's got...
Yeah, it's just, we're basically targeting the perineum area, which is just basically on a gentleman, it's going to be behind his...
Yes,
Carol, behind his testicles. Hi, and for a woman, it would be behind her vagina.
Okay, but
I usually describe this at the office, not on the radio.
Well, you know what? I
but
don't
it's
think
easy.
we've ever talked about
that
it.
is, that's all you want. Yeah, because
I thought it was a good question.
It's a muscle. It's a muscle.
Right.
Everyone has it, and everyone needs to strengthen it.
And when you do it, it does not hurt.
No.
It's 28 minutes. And how many sessions? You said sometimes most people start with 6.
Yeah, you start
And
with
then
6,
what happens? You do a
you'll start to
maintenance?
see a change within 6 treatments of what you've got going on. Either your urgency, your frequency, if you're getting up in the middle of the night, all these things are going to start to dwindle. And when that starts to happen, then you determine basically at some point people just start coming in for maintenance every once in a while.
Right.
It's very simple. You're fully clothed, and you just sit there and let the chair do the work.
You have no excuse anymore. You want to become a cheerleader of this chair? You can.
Yes.
All you have to do is call them up and say you heard it on Networking Arizona, and it is 480-593-5400. They're the only ones that are going to give you a full 28-minute complimentary session. The reason why? They want you to try it.
Right, yeah.
They want
that
you
really
to.
is it. We just
It's
want
really, you cannot, it's very hard. We do a good job of it, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
to
we've
talk
been
about
talking about it
But
for a
once
long time.
Tina cured herself of that problem and was able to go back to work and not wear Depends, she really wanted to share it with the world, and that's what she's doing
And
now.
that is exactly
Yeah.
what she's doing. And you know what? You don't grow from 1 to 8 locations, and I believe more because I know you have some out of state as well.
Yeah.
But you know what? You don't grow that fast because, for number one, there's a big problem. Everybody
Exactly.
has it. Number two,
You're solving
people,
it.
You're solving the problem, and people are loving it. And I
Yes.
know that for a fact. You
absolutely.
can become a cheerleader of the chair as well. They're the only ones that are going to take your insurance. All insurance is just makes sense to give them a call, tell them what's going on, run into their office, and they can change your life. Their phone number is 480-593-5400. They have 8 locations throughout the valley to help you and serve you. StopTheP.com.